Alright, just finishing up the playtests of the night, the eBay 07 version. And the best dishes are served fresh, so why don't I do my feedback while I still have my memory kind of in the game. So this time around, I felt that the timings for CT's peeking and taking control over this area were a little bit too slow, and T's obviously, like, they get these sidelines. I mean, CTs get like that sideline, but if you want to do anything about like these sorts of areas for the control, you really kind of have to, push up in a way that is very dangerous for the CTs. The mentality that you need a sniper to hold like this upper area, obviously you don't have that sniper for all those rounds. So it's actually, without the sniper rifle, you are very exposed as a CT, and kind of left barren by that peak. And by the way, spoilers, you don't have to peek that heaven area until here. And just like the divide from like peeking this and then peeking this, or even if you're peeking like this side, obviously you're not gonna peek that. And if you peek this is super small gap so that the T's can get from there behind to the area behind the lighthouse. And then they can have the whole water area, since you have so much space here to wide peak. I guess the wide peak area here, the width of the area, is good for T's contesting the bomb site. But right now, with the heaven nerf from the last version, it's a little bit too hard to hold as a CT. I guess like those games, I was playing really bad on CT as well, but I didn't have like any good positions to play, in my opinion. Like, all these crates are super wallbangable, and the AKs definitely did their job wallbanging. I played this quite often, but it's super exposed to short, which the T's got anyway quite a lot of the time, so it's kind of hard. I had a hard time here, and then pushing up behind the lighthouse. It's a circular in cover. And it's kind of rough to walk around. I got stuck here a couple times. I don't know how. Oh, here. Yeah. Yeah. So this is not good CT cover. Maybe like adding one more like a boulder or a rock that you can actually use as cover would be good, so that CTs are incentivized to push down here and have like a legitimate fight before the bomb site. It's one of those bomb sites that doesn't really have like an area before it. So if we compare this to like Dust Too Long or whatever, it's kind of similar in that you can like play from sight with a sniper and contest it like long range, but it's not like that in the way that you can't really hold up close as a CT. I'm not even incentivized, and I don't even like the idea of even pushing up close to main. Like, there's not enough space to actually set up on like this side of the map. I should turn off the god mode and buy my nades again. Excuse me. So in that way, I feel like the bomb site is like the main is too unconventional in the way that it can't be played. It can't be played like classic Counter-Strike, and it can't be played like just like one sniper holding this area, because the T's will get this. The balancing factor of the A-bomb side is that the stairs are kind of hard to push up. Then, like, these sorts of fights are okay in my opinion. Like, there's only a couple spots on the stairs that like this area is fine. But where the real issue comes in, that the angles down here are so random. So maybe like have the whole area be like kind of a smooth slope. I guess the thing here is that it's full of these like small little headshot angles, and the T head can like pop up from multiple spots. So it's kind of rough to deal against. You don't even know where the head is going to pop, and this was smoked with like random ass smokes all the time. And that's a very good hint that the players don't know where to smoke. Maybe a proper spot for the lighthouse would be actually here, so that CTs can actually set up closer behind it, they can let's fucking restart. So here, you could actually, like, if the lighthouse was here, there was a little lip on the lighthouse, so you could play from this side above the lip. You could play, you could choke up this quite a lot more. So there would be like way more of a divide between this side and this side, and this side and this side. Right now it's like, you know, yeah, you can smoke this up, but then like this area is so wide, and even though if you smoke this up, there's so much space for T's to just like jiggle around, that it's not that good for CTs to play around, and or at least it doesn't feel like it. And CTs dropping into the sand, it's really hard to get out of. Either you have to jump onto the stairs, or you will have to go from the back, which is super exposed, to there and to there. So you get stuck. You don't want to commit to it because you get stuck. You want to play sniper, but you don't always have the economy for that. You wanna play close, but you don't have the timings for that. You can't play on the side because the spots are nerfed so much that there's no good cover. All good cover is either a wallbang. At least there's no headshots anymore. So like it's not as frustrating as last time with the headshot positions being so plenty. But I think right now it's still, this is frustrating as shit to deal with, and it doesn't feel good in my opinion. Yeah. Moving on to mid, I think it's kind of the same as the last time, as also in the fact that it's suffering from the same issue that CTs really don't have any like default positions to play. I feel like it's always good to give like 1 or 2 default positions to play for counter-terrorists so that they can rely on those if experimentation with specific alternating angles falls flat. So you can always, like, you know, duke it out in some sort of a rush or a crazy molly tactic. But yeah, we found out that the whale was the best position to play. Actually, this is you're covered from main completely, and there's a crazy headshot angle. And to be honest, you can't even be seen from the heaven, from on top of the whale. So there was this moment where, actually, it was catfood, you who fucking shot me from there, and I was on your team. Anyway, I didn't even see you from here. Anyway, yeah. So in my opinion, the best position to play is actually on top of this, if you still want to alternate between peaks and have some sort of a cover from main. Yeah, but it's fine. It's honestly, I prefer to play middle with like a rifle, and many other players like CTs took mid control like this. You can ask Marcus how he plays mid. He always smoked up mid like this and pushed close, since these fights are honestly so much more bearable than like rifle fight from here, or a rifle fight from here, or a rifle fight from here. You're stuck and everything like that. And if you have your supporting player push from short and the middle player, the CT, smoking up the lower and pushing close, then you're golden pretty much. For the first like 40 seconds of the round with like 2 smokes and you have 2 mollies, you got the mid sussed. These windows I like. It's good. It's good to throw flashes out of and then peek. Sorry, flashing you, YouTube watcher. This was good. Somehow I felt more exposed to the window this time around, and I don't necessarily like this box that much. I felt that I would want to safely peek the window and actually contest it. Like right now, if I'm peeking this from here, the CT can, like, you know, peek it like this, but the CTs are not going to be watching the window from here necessarily. They're going to be hugging the wall like this and catching like peeking T who is like exposing themselves also to there. So the T's either have to smoke themselves off or smoke the window and not contest the window at all. So I think moving this pillar and actually making it so that the T's can actually fight from... actually, I'm going to move to the T side for this one. Just for the Splice AK. It's a terrible skin. Nice stickers. So I feel like there has to be a little bit of a better position for T's to contest the window from cover. That is, they can jump on top of the box, but now you're like too exposed. I feel like, and then also the risk of getting boost sniped from here, it's too much. If you're standing on top of this one, it's like fucking. Oh. Yeah, the window. It's just, I think it should be contestable from with T's from behind cover. And it doesn't need to be like this box doesn't need to be moved that much. Maybe like 16 units that way, so you can actually white peak this, actually clear some like a little bit more. Oh yeah, the boxes. Make them a couple of units lower, because right now I can't crouch jump on them and keep my momentum. It feels really bad to jump on top of them. The vertigo, like the plastic crates with the metal caging around them, those are the perfect height. Maybe model the box after those, since there's some cool movement that you can do in vertigo without crouching. You cannot jump on top of these crates without crouching, and I feel like the cover that they offer would be the exact same if it was like, you know, just a couple units lower. I think it's like, it cannot be 48 units, but it's like probably 50, or actually it might be 48 in vertigo. But yeah, a little bit lower, and maybe the same thing should be made for these ones. I think this movement, like, this is super cool for movement side of things. But yeah, that's cool that you can like hug this with like minimal movement. You can scale so much vertical height. This position was played once, I think, like in the 3 games that we played. I think generally in middle feels a little bit too hard to contest as a T with rifles, since like there's so much wide position, like wide peaks, that the CTs can be like, you know, at any position there can be a sniper just holding like this. And late round, when you're like a little bit later to the round, when you're actually like peeking these, this is just too hard to deal with. Like there's like this that you have to peek carefully, and there's the upper window. So it's like just 2 positions that you can't deal with at the same time. Then there's like this back area. Maybe this should be tied up a little bit. Also, so that you don't actually have to like this room. I love it. I love the design and the premise of it again. But like if this was a little bit more choked up, you wouldn't necessarily have to have this aggressive of a counter push position. Yeah. And also, it feels a little bit too spaced out, and like, you know, peeking this, even going connector as a T and or as any player, it feels kind of like super dangerous, because they could be there, they could be there, then there's like this corner, and then even like when you peek this, they could be holding like back late, and then at the time you actually go there, the CTs are probably like rotating, and if I have aggressive CT rotating, they can be actually like behind you right here, and there's no cover here whatsoever to actually like, you know, maintain the control that you have gained a little bit. So it's a rough position to play. B-bomb side. I said this in the game, but just so my thoughts on the bomb side are clear. Holding B main is fucking boring. And this is why. This cover is too powerful for T's. Or too powerful for T's, and too punishing for CTs. I feel like CT should always be able to like get here and post up comfortably. Which it's really rough to deal with like against this, and the T's can also like, you know, double peek you from like back cover like that. I feel it's like it's just a little bit too rough as a CT to hold this, and then the T's can honestly surprise you from like back here again. Like, you know, you could have like a triple pronged attack from one T peeking you from up there, one T wide peeking you from the top, and one dude like crouch peeking from behind like this, like, and they all swing at the same time. You don't even have to do that. That's a little bit of a like a overkill, but I just felt as a CT that I was really stuck playing the main, and I honestly also felt that you can't really run back behind cover when the T's like surprise you, close peeking or whatever. What I did find though, is this cool molly that you can do. That is going to delay them a little bit, and then, but then again, I didn't feel confident in actually smoking this up and taking this under control, since if you push here, this spot is so one and done that like good luck trying to figure that out, like how to play that. I don't know what, like the last version, the last playtest that we did, I played B as well. I had more fun. I was like playing on the bomb side more, but this time around I just felt that I kind of have to stop looking. That I kind of have to push up to the main to restrict the players from, you know, pushing into here. I don't know. It's a hard bomb site, and I feel like this map has a high learning curve. It's easy to learn, but it has a high mastery curve, if you know what I mean. It's very standard in some ways, but it's also, it has a deep learning, so you can actually, like, you know, it has all of these like little things. But yeah, based on like the last 3 games that we played and my CT experience, it was just fucking hard to play as a CT. Even though you have like these positions that you can smoke up, but I just felt that the timings aren't that, like, I'm not that comfortable to line up like a good perfect grenade on CT and comfortably hold it, you know. It might be like this actually distance from the main to the second piece of cover is like a little bit too close. I might be just rambling at the moment. Yeah, I like this like this change of actually making the window breakable. It solves all the issues, and it's a nice sound cue as well. When each of the players like contest this, and yeah, you can do way more utility stuff right now with the breakable windows. Yeah, I'm rambling at the moment. That's gonna be that for the feedback, but yeah, maybe next playtest might be like I'm back in love with B-bomb site. You never know with these things. A-bomb site I don't enjoy. What the fuck happened there? Yeah, it feels like a little bit like overpass design, where it's like a lot of space with tight little spots, but right now you don't really have the time to set up as a CT. As in overpass, you do have the time to set up as a CT. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video there. It's a 9-minute video. Actually, it's, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I restarted the 19 minutes. Bye bye.